Hello lovely people, what is up? Today we are solving Leetcode problem number 14, longest common prefix. So we have to write a function that is supposed to find the longest common prefix string from the given array of strings. So we are given a bunch of strings, that is words, and we have to find the longest common prefix from each of them. So if there is no common prefix, we are expected to return an empty string. So for example, if we take example number 1, flower, flow, in flight. If we take the first two strings or words, we can see F, L, O, W is common. So if the array consisted only of these two, we would have written FLOW. But since this array has three words, the third word being flight, the common prefix becomes FL. Since in flight there is no O and W following the FL. So as you can see, the output is FL. For this particular problem, I will be explaining two different approaches. The first approach being the vertical scanning and the second approach being the sorting trick. So in the vertical scanning approach, what we can do is we can compare each character position along all strings. So for example, we take the first string as reference, and for each character in it, we compare with same index of all other strings. If mismatch, we stop and we return the built prefix. So for example, if we are taking the first word flower, think of it like checking the letters or each index vertically. Like if you write flower, flow and flight vertically next to next in column order, we can clearly see 3 F's are matching in the 0th index and 3 L's are matching in the first index. The rest index is a mismatch. So this is the essence of vertical checking. So now let's take a look at how to code this particular approach. First we write a code to take care of the edge case. If the list is empty, we return an empty string. So if not strs, we return empty string. Now that is taken care of, we take the first word as reference. So we write prefix is equal to strs of 0th index. This will help us compare all the characters of the first word, for example here flower, and then we loop through each index of the word flower. Since we have taken the example flower here, I am using flower. So we write for I in range of length of prefix, range of length because we are traversing using the index and not the character. And then to compare the current index character, that is for example if the index is 0, the character is F. To compare it with each word, that is F with each word, we write another loop for word in strs and then we slice it 1 colon. Then we compare it with flow, that is the second word. If I is greater than or equal to length of word, or the current index of word, that is word of I, is not equal to prefix of I, that is we are checking is 0 greater than or equal to 4. If no, we check characters. If yes, we move forward. Then we compare it with the next word flight. Same way, if it is matched, we continue. If not, we exist. Then finally we return the prefix of stopping at the mismatch index. So we use slicing to write like prefix of colon I. Now let us try to understand the sorting approach. So when we sort strings in lexicographical order, that is the dictionary order, the strings with similar prefixes come closer. The most different strings will be at extremes. So the longest common prefix of the whole array will be the common prefix of first string and last string, because they are the most different after sorting. If these two share a prefix, everything in between must also share it. So now let's take a look at the code. Again, we are taking care of the edge case where the list is empty, and then we are sorting the array strs.sort. We are using the built-in sorting function in Python. Now we are picking the first and last character, first and last element in the array, that is the first and last word in the given array. So we write as first is equal to strs of 0, that is 0th index, and last is equal to strs of -1, and then we initialize an I pointer to 0. Then we initialize a while loop while I is lesser than length of first and I is lesser than length of last, and first of I is equal to last of I. This means continue while I is within bounds of first string, I is within bounds of last string, and characters match. So only when all these three conditions match, the while loop continues. Finally, we return first of colon I, means stopping at index I, same as last code. So this sorting approach works in time complexity of O of n log n, while the vertical approach works in time complexity of n cross m. So as you saw, both the code work properly and running in the given time complexity. So that's all for today. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. See you in the next one. Bye bye.